Hello students, now we are going to write a program to compare three numbers A, B and C to find the greatest among them, but this time using if, else, if ladder. Last time we wrote this program using nested ifs. Now we will use if, else, if ladder, and we will hold the same assumption that all these three numbers are not equal to each other. So none of the numbers is equal to any other number. All these numbers are distinct. So in order to implement this program, we will understand the various conditions which should be true for A to be greatest, various conditions which should be true for B to be greatest, and various conditions which should be true for C to be greatest. So we have three options. A can be greatest, or B can be greatest, or C can be greatest. If here we will write the condition for A being the greatest. Else if here we will write the condition for B to be greatest. And else means A is not greatest, B is not greatest. It means implicitly that C is greatest. We do not need to specify the conditions using else if for C to be greatest. It can be omitted. Okay. For A to be greatest, A should be greater than B and A should be greater than C. So A greater than B, A greater than C. The two conditions should be true. Both of these conditions should be true, only then A will be greatest. So how can we connect these two conditions? Using the logical AND operator. And then we can say that A is greatest. Okay. For B to be greatest, B should be greater than A and B should be greater than C. So B greater than A and B greater than C. Then we can say B is greatest. Similarly, for C to be greatest, C should be greater than A and C should be greater than B. So we can write it using else if C greater than A as well as C greater than B, C out, C is greatest. But we do not require this, okay? Because if this is false and this is false, then it means automatically this will be true. Okay, automatically if A is not greatest, B is not greatest, C will be greatest. So we do not need this. Okay, we can simply say else C out, C is greatest. And one thing to note here is that if else if ladder has a series of ifs, else ifs, else if, else if, else if and so on, but at the end this else is optional. This else is optional. This else specifies what should be done when all the upper conditions are false. Okay, so you do not need to always specify what should be done if all the upper conditions are false. Okay, you can use it or you can omit it. Now let's program it. So I have already declared three variables A, B and C, and I have written the prompt for the user to enter the values of A, B and C. So we are ready to write the if condition. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, then C out, A is greatest, else if B is greater than A and B is greater than C, C out, B is greatest, else if all the above conditions are false, it means C is greatest. And at the end return 0. Let's run it. Greatest among 3 ladder dot cpp. Oh, sorry. Enter the value of A 12, B 45, enter the value of C. C is greatest. So there is an error. The statement C in C should be there. Let's build and run it. Okay, now enter value of A, enter value of B, enter value of C. C is greatest. Let's run it again. B, A, B and C. Now A is greatest. Okay. Now B is greatest.